some city driving with the Powertrax No Slip, and then I'll try some highway driving, show you the difference. You don't want to engage unless you actually try to do it. It drives like open diff if you barely push on the gas. You drive casual, like trying to save gas. Turn on the gas, then engage. I'll make it engage right here. Give a decent amount of gas in it. Yeah, it's even fine in the rain too, so if I like hit the gas around this corner, the back doesn't kick out. If you wanted, if you had bad tires or slick tires, it would kick out. I did spin over here on this turn before, when I had pretty much bald tires, but since I put these new tires on, they've been pretty fine. And since they're grippy, they hop more than they skid. Little shake right there. The snow is fine too. It doesn't kick out as like people. Well, it does kick out a little bit, but if you drive normal and you have good tires, then it drives fine. Plus I use 4-wheel drive high if it gets really bad. There's one quirk to this. If you let off and take a turn and you hit the gas, the front will try to wiggle a little bit. I'll try to demonstrate that on a straight or something. I'm doing it right now. It's like the one side that's decoupled will try to recouple and it'll pull the truck that way. Like if I'm turning left, the right side will try to catch back up, and then you'll feel the truck kind of sway a little bit. That's what I do right here. Kind of right there. I did it like that. It kind of wiggles, so you can feel it wiggle a little bit. But that's if you're trying to do it. If you drive normal, it feels like an open diff. I'll drive casually, and then yeah, I'll hit the highway and see how it rides on the highway. But I'll drive casually, and it's almost like an open diff. If you don't hear any clicking, I might open a window so you guys can see if you can hear it clicking. But yeah, I don't in the truck with the muffler. Even though I'm pretty sure if you actually had a quiet muffler, you wouldn't hear it either. The only time I hear it clicking is if I lift the truck up and I spin the wheel. That's it. But I don't hear it in the cab. You also take a turn, keep the water throttle, hit the gas, not engaging. The time you will definitely have it engaged most times is when you try and merge into traffic. Like take from a turn like that, sharp turn. Unless you're easy on the gas somehow, but also with these tires and the locker bag, I had one tire fire all the time with crap tires in the rain. You just barely push on the gas, that spin. Now I can launch it almost in 2-wheel drive and barely have any spin. It's crazy. Safe turn, I'll give it gas mid-turn. Did not engage, it's fine. It feels like honestly, it feels like an open diff. The only time it'll engage or you feel it is when you're trying to, or you're from a stop and then you hit the gas. Highway use is fine. It does do the wiggle a little bit, just how it works, because it has to have a loose tolerance to push the inner cups out to engage the axle cups, whatever you want to call them. It kind of feels like, for my truck, it feels like the backlash is wrong, kind of. But it was like that beforehand. I don't know if it's diff or a transmission or whatever, but it has like a clank when I have it in drive. I put it in overdrive. I usually put it in drive in town, but anyways, if I have it in drive, overdrive, it barely, yeah, it's smooth as silk. Actually, burnout right here, or not burnout, but I'll punch the gas. Oh, it's fun. That's one thing with the locker in the back. You will have a little bit of axle hop because the whole axle wants to rotate since both tires are trying to spin at the same time. And you get axle wrap. On a sand, it has axle wrap, so if you wanted to eliminate it, you gotta have like traction bars or anti-wrap bar or whatever. I made traction bars myself and put it on there. But yeah, I mean, if you don't hit the gas, you're fine. And if you have bad tires, you're fine too. Because then you won't have any grip and it won't do it. It's just these tires for some reason that made it slip a lot or bounce, have axle hop. So far, take a turn like this. See if I can get the wiggle a little bit. Yeah, it kind of has a slow push to it. I'll take this turn, stop this video, and then go to the highway. Gates a little bit right there. Usually it engages on sharp corners. And I'll stop right here. Alright, I'll stop the video. About to hit the highway. I'll hit the gas on turns. I'll see if I can get it to wiggle. I'll punch it on the on-ramp. See if I can get the back to kick out, which it doesn't with these tires. If you drive normally, it feels like an open diff. You don't have to worry about the rain or anything like that, even with bad tires. About 60. Gas up on these turns. It does, since you're going fast, you won't have that. You won't have a lot of torque to engage it. So like your tire will probably overpower your engine taking turns at highway speeds. It's not like standstill where you got a lot of torque. You can burn your tires. You can't burn unless you have a serious powerful engine. You're not going to burn your tires on the move. So if you're driving normally and you hit the gas turns, the tires are gonna disengage it, and you're not gonna have to worry. Like right now, I'm still on the gas. I think the gas a little harder. It's not engaging. Leave it on, leave cruise control on in turns. You know, I don't think it's engaged on turns. I don't hear any tire rubbing. The truck doesn't balance. I'm pretty sure it's disengaged. But yeah, it feels like an open diff. I don't feel any resistance or anything like that. It will wiggle a little bit on the highway too, though. But I mean, if you're trying to do it, like right now, I'm on the gas. It's not wiggling. What I mean by wiggling, it's like it decouples, and when you hit the gas, it tries to re-engage, and then that slower wheel is going to try to catch back up. So the the truck will kind of sway a little bit, not ridiculous. Like you barely feel it. Let's see if I can do it right now. Turn a little bit. Hit the gas already. Nope. Turn a little bit. Kind of right there. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it shifts a little bit, but nothing bad. Like, I mean, I'm intentionally trying to do it. So I'll put it on, I'll go 70 miles per hour if the car's going 70, and I'll put cruise control in the drive. Long trips are fine. Went to coast 60 miles away. It was uphill in some of the areas, and I think going uphill it does engage easier because you have more weight to the truck, and you're trying to push it uphill, and it'll lock it. And I don't know if that slows you down. Like for me, it seemed like I was a little bit slower, but maybe it's just because the truck's old, and I was trying to chase my brother down, and he had a tune on his transmission, so before I was able to beat him, but I also put bigger tires on, so I can't for sure say it was because of the locker. Could be because I had 265s, now I have 285s on, so it could be just the weight of the tires slows me down, which is probably what it is. You lose torque when you go with a bigger tire. Still on the gas in the turn helmet. That's punched in the turn. Still the same, let off. There's no wiggle, it's fine. You don't hear any ratcheting. Like I said, driving long trips feels exactly like an open dip. Unless you're trying to get it to lock. Probably get it locked right here if I wanted to. I can turn. I think it did, yeah. Felt like it. It kind of pushes your truck if you don't have a lot of weight on the front. Should lock right here. I think it did, but since I put the traction bars on, it doesn't bounce as much. It did before. You do get axle hop because the whole, like I said, the whole axle is trying to rotate because you got equally split power and both tires are trying to rotate the axle. But yeah, the traction bars eliminated that. Fairly easy to install. You got to make sure you get all the shims out. They said no shims for the spider gears and the outer bevel gears. So you got it. The bevel gears, I didn't know they blended in. They're worn, so it's silver or polished metal, and it looked like it was part of the bevel gear, but there's actually a little one side stuck in there. So I had to make sure you get those gears out, or the old washers. Spacers, or we call for the spider gears and all that stuff. Pretty easy to install too. And I use 80-90 gear oil in the truck. That's probably what helps with the noise. Like some people said they hear clicking, but yeah, I use 80-90 is what I use that. And I'm pretty sure you have to have an open diff carrier. They asked me, they didn't, if you have a G80 or well, for GM, if you have a limited slip carrier, it won't work. So I had an open diff carrier. Yeah, and I was able to just take the pin out, pull the spider gears out, and put it in with the cups on the sides, slide it in there, put the pin down, and it's all good. It's fairly easy. I'm not a mechanic by no means, but I'm kind of mechanically inclined, and it wasn't that hard. If you have a lot of torque though, you probably want traction bars or something, because this is an older engine. This doesn't say on this cluster, but it has near 600,000 miles on it. If you have a newer engine that has a lot of horsepower and torque, you're gonna probably get a lot of axle hop. I never had axle hop before because it was open diff, one tire could give, so the whole axle didn't want to rotate. But yeah, if when I put this in, I got axle hop, so the truck with more horsepower, it'd probably be a little worse, a lot worse probably. Feels like the whole truck's bucking. Yeah, feels normal. Like, I mean, I can relax in the rain and not worry about taking turns or anything. If you got good tires, if you have, like I said, if you have high horsepower, you got bad tires, you take turns, you're going to be drifting around all the corners. I had bad tires, but I was intentionally trying to kick the back out. Like literally, I can take a sharp turn, punch a gas, and I can't kick the back out with these tires on. So it all depends on what tires you have and how you drive, really. So pretty much, like, I'm pretty sure a limited slip would kind of act the same if you try to kick the back out. Granted, this is locked, so the limited slip will have limited slip. But yeah, it's fairly easy to drive in the rain and snow, as long as you're not dumb. So I'll end this video and I'll probably show it locking up close, hanging out the phone out the window. All right, I'm gonna do a full crank from outside the video so you can watch the tire engage. Okay, I had to force it to get it to lock.